Yeah. I love that. That joint turned up a little bit. Peace and love, family. It is I, your humble brother Crumb, the master student, uh, over here on the M.O.I podcast. Yeah, that's where I'm at, family. Tap all the way in. If you don't know, my page, my current YouTube channel, has been shut down. I got a strike for talking bad against Kevin Hart. So it is what it is. Um, the minister, as you know, will be fashionably late. He will be fashionably late, but he will be here. He will. So put some respect on his name. But while we wait for the minister, I want to put some respect on your name by acknowledging the first responders. Well, not the first responders. That's on my channel, but the family who is here right now. Scrooge Greedy, he said, "Get your pen and paper." Well, there you go, family. You already know what it is. That's my brother right there. That's my big brother. That's my Oklahomie. He's in Oklahoma, but he's an Oklahomie. Get it? It's yeah. There you go. With that said, number. I'm keep doing a number thing. Cherie Reed L hashtag. I love this hashtag. Unoccupy Turtle Island. What up, though, master disciples? You already know. Yeah, indeed. That's all wise, right, and exact. She also says, them strings is fire. Yeah, yeah. That I like it. I really do, to be honest with you. Yeah, we also have Conscious Connect in the building. She says, peace, Crumb TV fam. Peace and love to all of the fam. But I would like to say peace to the M.O.I fam, because that's where we're at right now. Just, I'm just your humble guest of the evening. But it's all peace, it's all love, it's all appreciated. Who we have next? The fifth house. Get into the zodiac and the astrology family. She is not playing with nobody. She says, hi again, divine love. Yes, very, very much divine. I accept that. I receive that. And see, family, there's so much in a name. There is so much in a name. We have Queen of Forces Healing Ministries. What a powerful name. She says peace, we saying peace back. It is an honor and a pleasure to be amongst the family. Also, No Face Divination. What a powerful name. How many snakes is that? One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that number 6 is super powerful. It is super duper powerful. One more for the, just for good luck and good measure. One to know says, yo, fan, or it's probably fam. Let's learn. You gonna learn today. One to know. I like your spirit. I like your attitude. I like your demeanor, and I think you are. That is a very fitting name. Looks like you'd be a great person to hang around. Positive energy, very upbeat. So yeah. With that said, we are the reptilians. I wanted to ask if this is your first time hearing anyone say this, and I assume it's not, because probably because of me, because I'm a broken record. But if this is your first time hearing this, press 000. If it is your first time hearing this, press 000. I assume nobody's going to press 000 because you've probably at least heard me say this before. But if it is your first time, press 000. Um, I would say I'm in the room with a lot of master disciples, a lot of master students, and even some master teachers. Um, this person says Obama said it first. I'm grateful. I am grateful. Gratitude. Yeah, I'm gonna say no to that. Not sure where that comes from, but maybe they're just trying to be funny. I don't know. But yeah, okay. So at least we do have some noobs in the building, and I want somebody who hasn't heard it before to receive the message, because I really hate to be preaching to the choir. At least somebody can be razzle dazzled and wowed by the information. Um, but yeah, with that said, PJ's a good brother as well. He says 000, but better verse now. Yeah, absolutely. I want to take the spookism out of it. I want to take the fear factor away. I want to make it more pragmatic. So that is my goal within this presentation, just to kind of bring it down to earth outside of fairy tale land. So let's start with wisdom. When you're dealing with reptilians, you're dealing with wisdom, because I know the first adjective you're going to think of when I say reptilians, you say evil. However, when I say reptilians, you should say wisdom. These are the ancient ones who are very wise. So why do we say that? Wisdom. Because one of the most famous human reptilians, arguably, would be Medusa. I would say, in my personal opinion, even though we know virtually nothing about humanoids with a reptile aspect to them, we are all familiar with Medusa, and that brings the next part to it. So it says, Medusa's reptilian curse is another symbolic example of the occult correlation between the serpent and wisdom. So the first screenshot comes from, hold on, this thing is too small for me to read it. So let me go to my original, and I'm gonna look there while you look here. Okay, yeah, this is much better. I think that's one Anta or O Neonta. I'm not sure. But it says edu. I think this is a Canadian site. I'm it's probably not. I'm just guessing, but it does say edu. So this is an educational source with an article titled "From Snake Goddess to Medusa." Significantly, scholars have seen the name Medusa ety- etymologically going back to the Sanskrit name Medha, or in Greek Metis, or in Egyptian Ma'at, all of which meaning sovereign female wisdom. Now remember, she was already a snake goddess before she was cursed and turned into Medusa. So at first she was a beautiful snake goddess, and then in the end she was an ugly snake goddess because she got into some beef with her sister and this dude who raped her. I think his name was Neptune, according to the Grecians. Moving forward, the other reference is from feminism and religion.com. Reading, the name Medusa again means sovereign female wisdom. Because when we're dealing with anything associated with serpents, we're dealing with wisdom. It also means guardian. Remember, Medusa was the oracle for the Amazonian women. Protectress, she was the protector of the children, specifically the little girls. The one, because they're Amazons, it's all women. But anyway, the one who knows, or the one who rules. It derives from the same Indo-European root as the Sanskrit medha and the Greek metis, both meaning wisdom and intelligence. Metis actually means the clever one is Athena's mother. And I want you to understand, it's not in this PowerPoint, but I want to ask the family, because I'm going somewhere with this. Um, See, and this is the thing. I know a lot of you are being funny, like Sam, haha, clown world. I totally get it, but family, this is not the circus. Brian, listen, I get it. You guys are clowns, but this is not the circus. I I totally get it. A lot of family is kind of wacky tobacco. They'll say anything and base it off of pop culture. They'll base it off of freestyle. They'll base it off of folklore. And those things have their place, no worries. But as you can see with me, in terms of the information, it has to be all wise, right, and exact. It has to be sourced. It can't be, something from just whatever. And yeah, Sam says he's not being funny, but I'm going to challenge you, Sam. Substantiate what you're saying. You have to, you can, people come on the internet and say anything all day, but can they substantiate it? He says, Obama said, we use the reptilian part of the brain. So we evolved from, okay. All right. Fair enough. I'll allow that. That's fair. I respect that. That's valid. There's no spookism. There's no make believe associated with what Sam is saying. So as the master, I'm sorry, as your humble brother, I must recant what I was saying before about Sam. Please forgive me. But let's move on. Thank you so much for clarifying, Sam. I truly appreciate that, and I want to encourage all the family to, if there's something you say that I may not agree with, substantiate it. Explain yourself, as such as Sam did. So with that said, let's continue on. Um, let's continue on. Wisdom. Okay, so you have this snake goddess. She's a snake, and she gets cursed to be an ugly snake. But either way, she's very wise. My screenshot, a meme, excuse me, to the right says the real Medusa had locks. She was an African goddess, mother of all gods and wisdom. Greeks turned her legacy into a monster who wore a head full of snakes. So that's not a source per se, but it gives a high level overview of who Medusa is, because this is coming from Sanskrit. This is coming from Greece, Greco-Roman mythology. This is also coming from Egyptian mythology. A lot of people may not be familiar that Ma'at is the original Medusa. It in terms of the language, tracing these words, it traces back to Ma'at. Let's move on. Question: is the name Sophia in the Bible? Answer, according to Wikipedia. Sophia is a central idea in Hellenistic philosophy and religion, Platonism, Gnosticism, Orthodox Christianity, esoteric Christianity, and Christian mythicism. Sophiology is a philosophical concept regarding wisdom as well as a theological concept regarding the wisdom of the biblical God. I just realized I wanted to take a Sam, please don't get too sassy on me, because you are a noob. I don't know you from anywhere. And I will kick you out the class. So just stay humble, family. Let's all join each other within being humble. But yeah, with that said, I wanted to mention this before I continue on any further. I keep forgetting, and I'm embarrassed by me doing that. But with that said, the minister will be doing a Black History Month, Black Mystery Month, Black Our Story Month, Black White History Month. We Are Not Black History Month. All in one show. All in one show. With that said, tap all the way in. That's going to be February 10th on Zoom. A lot of things that we can't say on the internet because of those pesky community standards, we will be able and we will say on Zoom in private. And I do enjoy those things because on public forums, anybody can come and say anything, and depending on how you make them feel, they might report you, blah blah blah. So I like having these things behind a paywall because you know who's really who. I really don't respect people online. That's why, old buddy Sam, I I'm not really tolerant of you. because I don't know you guys, you know, I'm not really for the new friends type of thing. I want to know who's really down, who are really the master students, who are, who are the people who really want to be here. So for the people who are really down, who really want to be here, we're going to really go in, and we're even going to hear what you have to say as well, because this is a conversation, not a monologue, or a dialogue, not a monologue. And that's going to be February 10th. With the Minister of Information. You're going to have to get your tickets on crumtv.info/events. That's Crum, CRUMB, dot crumtv.info. I forgot for a second. Oh, I forgot to type in TV. That's what it was. crumtv.info/events. And the reason I say this is because a lot of you, I just tolerate. I'm not a nice guy. I just tolerate you. So with that said, the people who come and really rock with us, those are the people I really deal with. People like Tressie. Tressie is a master student. She's a master disciple. I know her personally in real life. Good heart. I felt her energy. And these are the people that we really try to work with. People, the other people, um, they here today, gone tomorrow, and they have their place, which is at a distance, which is no problem at all. But it's just the real family that I really have a desire to interact with, work with, teach, learn from. Moving on, now that I've gotten that out the way, back to the PowerPoint. So now, Sophia, because we're dealing with the wisdom of the serpent. The wisdom of the serpent is called Sophia. It is said that the wife of God is named Sophia. Is God's wife named Sophia? Because I told you, there's different aspects that you're going to get this from. And one of the aspects that I said actually is on this slide is Gnosticism. Share screen. So this is Sophia according to Gnosticism. In Gnosticism, Sophia is a feminine figure, analogs to the human soul, but also simultaneously one of the feminine aspects of God. I was okay. This is my first time seeing this a feminine aspect of God. I was told Sophia is the wife of God. Gnostics held that she was a female twin, divine eon of Jesus, bride of Christ. There we go. I knew I heard something to that effect. The bride of Christ, not God. The bride of Christ. And Christ is not a person. Christ is a title, meaning the anointed. If you are anointed, a part of your anointing is wisdom, the bride of Christ and the Holy Spirit of the Trinity. So that's Sophia. And this is a very reptilian thing. So let me just check this real quick to substantiate what I'm saying. Okay, yeah, it's up there. I don't want to be too repetitive. Ophis, because when you're dealing with Sophia, you're dealing with let me see, can I type in the word Sophia? Hmm. Okay, this is good enough. So here's the word Sophia. Look at the word Sophia. If I take the S off the front, boom, get rid of that. I have Ophia. Now the A is feminine, or feminine singular, and the IS is plural. I don't know if it's masculine plural, but it's definitely plural. Um, Same thing as um, nuclei, nucleus. No, nucleus is singular, nuclei is plural. That I'm confusing as the plural part. Please forgive me, family. But yeah, with that said, um, Ophis is Greek for serpent. When I tell you that Sophia means serpent, it's all wise, right, and exact. I'm not saying it because it sounds good. I'm not saying it because that's what I want it to mean. This is not what I want. This is just the reality of it. Ophis is Greek for serpent because Ophis is the root of Sophia. Biblically, Somalia is Cush, but the Greeks called that land Ophir, meaning serpent nation or wise serpent nation. Greeks called Cushites Ophites, the followers of Sophia, meaning the serpent race. This is what the Greeks called them. Arwe was the serpent god they worshiped before Abrahamic religion. And right here under it, you see Ophir, meaning a port or region mentioned in the Bible famous for its wealth. King Solomon received a cargo from Ophir every 3 years, according to 1 Kings 10:22, which consisted of gold, silver, sandalwood, pearls, ivory, apes, and even peacocks. So the people from the land of Ophir, when I say Ophir is in Somalia, meaning Kush, I don't want you to think that I am personally making that up. That's even in the Bible in terms of antiquity. So according to antiquity, Ophir is the land of the serpents. Ophis is what the Greeks called the serpent, and these are all the root of the word Sophia, meaning the wise serpent people. Because you're dealing with the serpent, you're dealing with wisdom. Let's move on. Ancient Greeks, Roman, and Babylonians held the serpent as a symbol of wisdom as well. Sophia is simply Ophi with a S in front and an A at the end. So you see my little breakdown at the very bottom. S plus Ophi plus A equals Sophia, meaning wisdom, the wise serpent. It's really 1+1, family. The original melanated people are the snake, serpent, dragon, reptilians, which are really the naga, according to the Sanskrit word for serpent people. Those who are mentally able to activate the Kundalini energy, and Kundalini energy simply means serpent energy. So now, this is where you get the reptilians from. And let's be 1,000,000% clear, family. We're not talking literally. We are not speaking literally. We're not talking about serpent people with scales and forked tongues and breathing fire. We're not talking about that. We're talking figuratively. And maybe the family can't think along those terms, but maybe I could help you by saying symbolically. So when the Greeks called them the reptilians, the Greeks didn't mean that they were reptile people. The Greeks mean that they were symbolically reptilian. The minister will be in the building in just a second. He sends us a message saying, be sure to subscribe. So if there are any noobs out there, there's a couple people, a lot of people on Facebook right now. When you get a chance, come on over to the minister parentheses M.O.I. That's the name of his YouTube channel, close parentheses. So be sure to subscribe over there, please, and thank you, family. So to the right, you're going to see a picture that I posted. I didn't type this. I posted it. Mama Sekmet, who we know as a master student, we know that she's a master disciple, and in her own right, a master teacher. She says it's called anthropomorphizing, and she is right. The good brother Feli says, "Can you put thank in the comments?" I'm not sure if he's referring to me or not, but sure, I guess. I don't know. Uh, so yeah, looking at my screenshot on the right hand side of the PowerPoint, it says dragon equals life force or Kundalini. So when the Greeks called these people in this land now of ancient Kush, modern day Somalia, He they were referring to the symbolic force, the dragon force called Kundalini, that these people embody. And you can see here, this is the reptilian energy. It's not literally reptilians, it's symbolically reptilian. One can befriend, train, subdue, or kill their dragon, meaning their life force. I'm not gonna lie to you, family. Me as a Scorpio, my the body part associated with the Scorpio. Let's see. What body part is associated with a Scorpio? Let me just Scorpio, reproductive system, sexual organs, genitals, nose, blood, bowels, meaning basically the penis, the vagina, and the anus. So people in that energy may drain their energy having a sexual experience. And for a man, it's called what is the French word for when you drain your sexual energy? La petite mort. Let me s- La petite mort is an expression that means a brief loss or weakening of consciousness. Consciousness is a form of wisdom. You understand sight, sound, touch, taste, smell, and intuition. So this is how you understand the world around you. So la petite mort is where if a person, well, not a person, if a man has sex and he ejaculates, his world goes dim. He gets weak. Remember, 19% of your sperm is spinal fluid. You know, and so this thought starts in the brain. This ejaculation starts off as a thought. This thought starts in the brain, goes down the spine, and through the gooch. This is electrical at this point, and it goes to the semen, and you drain your semen, causing a loss of consciousness. If you as a man have too much sex, you're gonna kill your kundalini energy. So you can kill the dragon. Yeah, that's why semen retention is encouraged. And that's why I have never practiced semen retention. Never. Ever, 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 ever. We shoot the club up. I'm just I'm just being fun. Please forgive me. That was in poor taste. Strike that from the record, please, and thank you. Moving forward. So yeah, this is the dragon, which is the that kundalini energy, the life force inside the spine. Um, and you can kill the dragon or you can let the dragon live. And if you do things irresponsibly, you know, like shooting a club up every 5 minutes, then yeah, you're gonna kill the life force, you know, blah, blah, blah. Let's move forward, family. I assume you get it. Wisdom, Naga Juana is practically particularly associated with the I'm not going to say that, perfection of wisdom. Let's just call it the perfection of wisdom sutras in the corpus, in this corpus. According to legend, he retrieved from the bottom of the sea a oh, I didn't read um the source material. Crumb, were you just making up stuff? This information comes from Botanica.com in an article titled Nagar Juana, because Nagar is the original word for nigga. Nigga comes from Naga. I already did a video on it. I'm not going to beat that horse until another day. Anyway, so yeah, according to legend, he retrieved from the bottom of the sea a perfection of wisdom sutra that the Buddha had entrusted to the king of the nagas or the water deities for safekeeping. Family, when I say reptilian, when I say dragon, when I say serpent, don't think anything outside the water. Don't think anything outside. Think Godzilla comes from out the water. Think sperm. Can we talk about shooting up the club? Sperm is in water. When we're dealing with and this is Buddhism. This is Buddhism. They're going to tell you, according to Buddha, Buddha had a best friend. Well, I'm not going to go there just yet. Anyway, the serpent is coming from out of the water. These are water deities. These are water dragons. These is Godzilla. Um, this is the sea serpent, so on and so forth. And this is just another confirmation. PJ is ahead of the class. PJ is ahead of the class. This is all wise, right, and exact. PJ says Naga Saki, Japan. We tried to erase their wisdom. That is all wise, right, and exact. The city of Nagasaki got its name from a mountain that was dropped on top of a serpent. If you study mythological serpents, when Zeus fought the serpent, Zeus dropped a mountain on the serpent. I've got more examples, but serpents are associated with mountains because the serpents are gods, and gods love to be on mountains. Nagasaki gets its name from a serpent in or on the mountain. That is all wise, right, and exact. Salute the PJ. And family, just to remind you, this is not a monologue. This is a dialogue. So tap in. I am reading the comments as I read this, the PowerPoints, and I would love it to be conversational. Ask questions within the span of what we're doing. All is well and encouraged. Moving on. Wisdom, because the serpent represents wisdom. Press. Wait, I think we did 000 already. I think we did it. Where's 00? Nobody typed 000? No. Somebody did. Yeah. My good brother, Feli. Yeah. So okay, 000. Press 111 if you've seen or at least heard of the cartoon Dragon Ball Z. Press 111 if you've seen or at the very least heard of the cartoon called Dragon Ball Z. This is very important, family. This is very important. So yeah, the family is familiar with Dragon Ball Z, as I suspected. Let's be honest, family. Dragon Ball Z is not a regular cartoon. Dragon Ball Z is an occult classic. Dragon Ball Z is not a regular cartoon. That cartoon had science inside of it. That cartoon was a part of the Great Awakening. Let's just move on. In the cartoon Dragon Ball Z, if you collect all 7, remember 7 chakras. This is the serpent energy going up the spine where your chakras are located. In the cartoon Dragon Ball Z, if you collect all 7 Dragon Balls, the dragon appears. She, as a female, represents wisdom, as she can answer any question and she can grant any wish. This is a serpent. And in the cartoon, they're trying to get all 7 Dragon Balls. They're trying to get all 7 chakras aligned. And then the serpent dragon, which is at the bottom of your spine, is called Kundalini. It travels up the spine to your mind to where you can manifest the answer to any question or the wish to any desire. I believe that I broke those 2 things down. No, I didn't. Okay. So now, when you say you can answer any question, that's a genius. When you say you'll grant any wish, that's a genie. A genius and a genie are the same thing. They are both jinn. This is where you truly get Genesis from. Because Genesis is not the beginning of the Bible. Genesis is somewhere in the beginning. From the beginning is from the very beginning. In the beginning is somewhere in the beginning. The jinn, from where you get the word Genesis from, are the spirits that were created before man was created in man's Genesis. And jinn are a form of reptilian. Let me just confirm that really quickly, because this is according to Occult Islam. Occult Islam is called Sufism. Occult Islam is called Sufism. Let me refresh this. Sufism is the esoteric aspect of Islam. Occult and esoteric may be one and the same. Occult meaning hidden, esoteric meaning um uh not hidden but earned. So now geometry is esoteric because you can't get to geometry unless you go through arithmetic, adding, subtracting, multiplying, and dividing. Nobody's hiding geometry from you. You have to earn your way to geometry. You can't not know what 1 plus 1 is and walk your goofy ass up in the geometry class. That's how it's not going to work. So, yeah, with that said, uh, Sufism means wisdom. Uh, the etymology of Sufism is Sophism. Let me uh I should have had this in the PowerPoint. This is coming from Forum Philosophicum.edu. This is an educational reference. This is from it's either a college or university. Question: what is Sufism? Answer: the word Sufi is believed to derive from the Greek word Sophia, meaning wisdom. So now, with that said, if you look into Sufism, the yeah, I forgot. According to Sufism, what was my point? Dagnabbit. Jinn, there it is. Are jinn reptilian? Come on, not G J Jinn. Jinn. Reptiles. This is from Muhammad.com because we're dealing with Islam. Muhammad.com. Reptilians are a class of jinn. Reptilians are a class of jinn. A certain type of jinn is a reptilian. A certain type of genie is a reptilian. A certain type of genius is a reptilian. I should have had all of that in the PowerPoint. I digress. Now, M.O.I says, "I'm a genie in a bottle. Come and let me out." Oh, I thought that was the Britney Spears song. That's why I started singing it. Please forgive me. Now, gin is where you get the word gin from, Gin, the drink, because remember, gin is fire water, and a jinn is a fire spirit. Jinn is fire water, actually known as smokeless fire. Jinn are smokeless fire. Ah, come on. Okay, at least Islam came up. Islamwitch.com. Jinn, a creature made of smokeless fire. And when you go to alcohol, gin burns going down. Now they want to put a J. Gin. It's fire water. The ancestors called gin fire water. It was a fire that had no smoke to it. So now when we say a gin, a genie in a bottle, gin goes in a bottle. Remember, genie in a lamp, you know, gin in a bottle, genie in a lamp, a smokeless fire inside of an Islamic bottle. So hopefully we can draw that connection when we talk about jinn in Arabic. Moving forward. So now you get the idea: jinn, genie, genius. And the most famous jinn was Shaitan. Was Shaitan a jinn? It says, was Satan a jinn named Iblis? So according to Islam, Devil is just a title, it's not a name. Actually, the devil's name is Shaitan, and Shaitan is a jinn. Secrets of angels, demons, Satan, and jinns, decoding their nature through Quran and science. This is all according to the Islamic faith. Oh, keep me honest, family. This is the thing, family. I don't have an attitude. I don't have an ego. When you correct me, that's not correcting me. That's called keeping me honest. He's keeping me honest. It wasn't Britney Spears, it was Christina Aguilera. And in my opinion, it's all the same. I'm just being funny. No, they're two definitely distinctly different people. But yeah, I know it was a white girl, is what I'm saying, being funny. But no, seriously, keep me honest. Thank you so much. That is all wise, right, and exact. Moving forward. So just want to highlight that. Oh yeah, Shaitan or Satan was a jinn made of fire, and Shaitan is also a dragon. Is Satan a dragon? It says in the book of Revelations, Satan appears as a great red dragon. He's a reptilian. He's a jinn. And the jinn's name is Shaitan. Um, and the jinn was in the Bible before Genesis. This is before remember, according to Islam, God told Shaitan to bow to man. Let's see how that works. God told Shaitan to bow to man. Uh, I can't find it. Anyway, God made Satan or Shaitan out of fire, because Shaitan is a jinn, and then God also made man out of dirt, and then God told Shaitan or Satan or the devil to bow to man, and he said no. God said why? He said because I'm made of fire, he's made of mud. I'm better than him. And God was like, no, you're not. But anyway, let me just get some of this water. I'm thirsty as a diabetic. Ba 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 ba. I'm loving it. I listen, I'm goofy. We're gonna have to deal with you're unless you accept my goofiness, ain't nothing, everything I say is gonna upset you. That was from The Color Purple, just being funny. Moving on. Yeah, with that said, Lucifer falling from heaven is really Christ consciousness falling from the highest God state, i.e., crown chakra, to your lowest state, i.e., root chakra, which is red, representative of the devil. That text is too small. Let me pull up another text to confirm, because I will not confirm, but I just can't see it. All right, so I can see it now. Then another sign. I'm sorry. Uh, the top right hand corner with the dragon on the. That's where I'm reading from. It says, according to Revelations 12, chapter 12, verse 3. Then another sign appeared in heaven, and an enormous red dragon with 7 heads and 10 horns and 7 crowns on his head. And on the other side, Revelations 12:9, it says, the great dragon was hurled down, that ancient serpent called the devil. This is ancient, family, meaning this is before your Genesis. He's a jinn. This is where you get Genesis from. This is before your Genesis. Or Satan, who leads the whole world astray. He was hurled to the earth, and his angels with him. The book of Revelation should not be the last book of the Bible. The book of Revelation should be the first book of the Bible, because this is all taking place before man is ever made. That's why it's a little bit confusing, and when people read it, it doesn't make sense because it's not in chronological order. The jinn comes before Genesis. This dragon comes before Genesis, but you're not going to get that story until you go to Islam. And let me just confirm this: Judaism, Christianity, and Islam are all mythology, and that's the only way I'm speaking. I'm not speaking from a literal standpoint. So just let's just be clear on that. Moving forward, because remember, we're dealing with wisdom. In the Bible, man is instructed to be wise as a serpent. I don't want you to think the serpent is bad because of the whole devil thing or the whole shaitan thing, because even though Satan didn't bow to God, that is a true statement. Even though that did not happen, um, the Bible says, bow to no man except God. Let me just refresh this. According to Exodus chapter 20, verse 5, um, a lot of people say the reason the devil didn't bow to man is because God was testing the devil, and the devil knew that if he were to bow to man, that's a form of worship, and God said, "Don't do that." Uh, and this is according to Exodus. So this is Judeo-Christian. Don't bow down and worship idols. I am the Lord your God, and I demand all. Does anybody know how much all is? I'm just joking. You obviously know how much all is. But and I demand all of your love. If you reject me, I will punish your families for 3 or 4 generations. The reason Shaitan or the devil did not bow down to to man is because God had already said, don't do that. So yeah, maybe the jinn was a hater according to Islam, but maybe the jinn was wise as a serpent and sophisticated. Remember, Sophia is the root word. I'm sorry, Sophia is the etymon of sophisticated. The word sophisticated has its origin in Sophia. The serpent, the dragon, the snake, the reptilian is wise and smart. And according to the Bible, God said, don't bow to nobody except for me. And so when God said, hey, go bow to him, like, nah, I only bow to God. How mad can God be if the devil says, I only bow to you? Well, I would have to agree, because even if you're not better than man, you're damn sure equal, Shaitan. So maybe the devil was right. I'm sure I'm the first person you ever heard utter those words. But yeah, Jesus, this is Jesus. This isn't one of the disciples or the apostle Paul. This is Jesus talking. Jesus said, um, he said, be as wise as a serpent, as innocent as a dove. We know that Jesus instructed you to be wise as the serpent. Put your reptilian brain into action and think. It's not a bad thing. Don't be scared. The serpent woman. Let me check on M.O.I. Where's M.O.I. at? I'm just going to type okay just to let him know that we are waiting for him. He says he'll chime in 20 minutes. I said okay. But maybe M.O.I. won't chime in 20 minutes, because I think he said like more than 20 minutes ago. But anyway, with that said, I want to say this to the listening audience. This PowerPoint is 50 slides long. I'm only on slide number 12, and we've been up here at it for an hour. I'm going to close this out because I don't like being on the minister's page without him, channel without him. It's just for a respect factor. Um, so I'll go back to just kind of mentioning some of the things I was telling you at the close to the beginning of this live. So with that said, we're gonna, because usually I do 2 hours the last couple of days, but I'm only doing 1 hour today because I'm going to do a live with Dr. Aleem El Bey on his channel where I will do this whole PowerPoint. But the minister and I will definitely be on Zoom, and we'll probably do 2, 3, 4, 5 hours, who knows. And instead of just commenting, typing, which is encouraged, you'll be able to talk as well. So we'll hear the sound of your voice, feel your energy, receive you within full spirit, or your chi, or your rahukaduk, meaning your voice, your sound, your breath. So tap in. Black History, His Story Month, Black Ms. Story Month. We're not Black History Month, White History Month. All of it will be on the table February 10th on Zoom. You're going to have to get your tickets on crumtv.info/events. That's Crum, CRUMB TV.info/events. The tickets are priced super low. I think the minister was not happy with the price of the tickets because they were just so low. But nonetheless, hopefully that will translate as more people tapping all the way in. We'll go through a plethora of information. You'll have your opportunity to ask questions that may not have anything to do with Black History Month at all. Maybe you want to know more about reptilians or the slave trade or religion or whatever the case may be. Nothing's off the table on the private Zoom call. Or maybe you want to talk about the Jewish aspect of all of these things, because they have a reptilian aspect of this as well. Good, bad, and indifferent. This is not a thing to persecute any group of people. Just saying that I want to be mindful of having those conversations off of the community standard bound platforms. So with that said, family, go get your tickets. Was the devil a female that didn't bow to man? Ooh, great question, but don't have time to answer that today. With that said, those type of questions will be welcomed on the Zoom, and we can go into all of that. You know how much all is, family? I love asking rhetorical questions. So with that said, family, let me take this off the screen. No, that's not what I wanted to take off. I want to take this off. With that said, as the minister already instructed you, smash the like button. Get your tickets, smash the like button, hit the notifications all. Today's Wednesday. I'll be here tomorrow night with the minister. I don't know what we're going to talk about, but we'll have a PowerPoint ready and we'll go over the information. And I look forward to having these conversations with you, engagement, questions, keeping me honest, teach me. Obviously, I don't know the difference between Britney Spears and Christina Aguilera. This is important, family. This is important. So help me grow, learn, and develop as a master student. I am your humble brother. Remember, family, we are on. What, did the music go off? What happened to my music? Oh, let me get that back out. With that said, tap all the way in, smash the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the follow button, whatever the case may be. Go get your tickets, support whichever way you want to. I'm grateful, I'm thankful, I'm honored. It's been real, it's been fun, and it's been real fun. But I do have to leave you. Until next time, family. I'm the master student, but put some respect on his name. Right now, we are on the channel for the Minister of Information. Tap in.